It's the perfect way to start your day. A daily feel-good podcast. Doesn't that just sound good? It's our Start Your Day Positive podcast here on your Tuesday morning. Hey, good morning. I am Len.
And I am Sarah. New episode today to start you on the right track. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see today if we can add you to our growing list of podcast listeners who have won free guests from us during our Pump You Up month of June. This has been so much fun. So the gas giveaway continues.
And today we also have some tips. Your win the day moment. What are some things you can do when you walk into a room to be more likable? Right? You want to be the person that everyone's like, oh, they're so cool.
Instant likability.
I like them. What are the ways to be likable? We got some tips for you. But first, let's start today with a positive thought. This one from good old Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Wow.
I love that one.
I do too. Well, let's get going here on your Tuesday. We have 3 things we want to share with you that your friends and family might be talking about today.
Well, M&am's says it will introduce a new line of artificial dye-free candies in August as part of efforts to align with the growing trends to eliminate artificial colors. Creating natural versions of red and yellow was fairly straightforward using ingredients like beets and turmeric. But blue has been a bit more of a challenge. Mars currently relies on an expensive powder made from blue-green algae to recreate blue shades naturally. As a result, blue and brown M&Ms won't be part of the initial dye-free lineup. But don't worry, they're not disappearing. Mars says it's a goal of theirs to offer the full rainbow of colors without artificial dyes by 2028.
That's kind of interesting, kind of neat. You've got like the candy laboratory trying to figure this out.
I have learned when I started making the more natural dyes and trying to make frosting colors, it was a little harder. Like I think it was red was the one that was really hard to make naturally than some others. So this is interesting. But at least we'll have a couple colors.
Do you remember, too? I remember this when we went on our trip to Greece. They were telling the Bible story of Lydia. Lydia was the first person that was baptized as a Christian in the New Testament. And she sold purple cloth. And so blues and purples, they were very valuable because they were harder to make.
Isn't the color purple very prestigious in the Bible? Like kings and the elite, like
and I think that's
purple?
why. I think it's because it was hard to make. So
interesting.
Probably back in the day, probably only the kings had purple M&Ms. Okay. Oh. Hey, remember Bed Bath & Beyond? Of course you do. And the coupons, well, it's making somewhat of a comeback. Listen to this. Just 2 years after the iconic retailer filed for bankruptcy and closed all of its stores, Bed Bath & Beyond is returning to physical retail through a new partnership with the Container Store. The companies have opened 22 combination locations across the country, including one in Columbus, Ohio, and more stores are set to open in the coming weeks. The new stores bring back Bed Bath & Beyond's familiar selection of bedding, bath, kitchen, and home essentials with the Container Store's expertise in organization, custom spaces, and in-home design services. In-store shopping might be making a comeback.
Wow, this is good. I always liked Bed Bath & Beyond, but it always did drive me crazy that you really felt like you had to have a coupon or you couldn't walk in. Because someone has a coupon floating around. So if you walked in and you could not buy something without a coupon.
No, you're so right about that. But I'm actually a kitchen gadget person. I just find them fascinating, comparing spoons and ladles and paring knives. And so I'm kind of glad that they're coming back. But do you feel that? Do you sense that just a little bit, that we all know how to and enjoy the convenience of online shopping? But do you sense a little bit of a comeback of in-store shopping as well, maybe?
Maybe. See, what I struggle with now is sometimes in store, they just don't have the selection
the
things that you need. So as long as there's the selection there, yeah, because we've gotten so used to, I want this specific one, and I know if I order it, I can get it online. I can get it. But I love shopping in person.
There are some things, though, that you want to be able to touch and feel, like something that you want for your kitchen, as an example. Just by kind of looking at it and touching it, you can tell if it's the quality that you want, and you can't tell that online.
Right.
So
it's
maybe.
So true.
Yeah.
Maybe. And a new study published in the Journal of Neuroscience suggests that avid bird watching may actually change the brain. Researchers used MRI scans to compare experienced birders, I didn't know that was actually a word, with beginners, and found that experts had more densely organized brain regions involved in perception, memory, and attention. Scientists also observed greater brain activity as bird experts identified different species and recognized their calls. So in other words, years of paying attention to subtle differences between birds appears to strengthen the brain's ability to focus and process information. So keep on bird watching.
It's interesting, makes sense. And you can kind of tell a person who knows a lot about birds. They do kind of seem to be kind of sharp, kind of focused. They know about nature. They know about stuff. So the old adage, you're a real bird brain, actually is a compliment.
Oh, that's right.
It's a compliment.
I didn't even think about that. I have
Someone
a
ever
bird
says
brain.
that,
That's
right?
good. Ooh, they must be smart.
Sarah, you're a bird brain, and you just say, thank you.
Thank you.
You know what? If you were planning on buying a hot tub and you didn't buy it, I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't get a hot tub. You know why? Because this weekend is the weekend to get a hot tub from our podcast sponsor, Northeast Factory Direct.
This weekend, they're having a huge event in their North Canton location. And for hot tubs and swim spas, it's going to be the best pricing all year long. This is going to be incredible. And they're going to have hot tubs, every style, every size, and budget starting at just $39.99. That's incredible to start off with hot tubs. They're all in stock, ready to ship, no waiting. You can walk right in, find the one you want. You can even take it home if you want to. Again, this is going to be the best pricing that Northeast Factory Direct does all year. And it's at their North Canton location, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is going to be awesome.
I love it. Happy that we can let you know about this special sale. It's your weekend for a hot tub. Believe me, Northeast Factory Direct, the North Canton location. For details, hit the website, northeastfactorydirect.com. You will say, oh, back then I missed out on getting that hot tub. And now I know why.
Whoa, tick-tock, woo, time goes so fast. It happened today, let's remember.
Hey, today is the 23rd of June, and we always like to take a moment, go back in time, and see what happened on this date in history.
Well, in 2013, Nick Walinda became the first person to walk a tightrope over the Grand Canyon. A year earlier, Nick walked over Niagara Falls. Also, he's walked over an active volcano. Nick also set a world record by hanging from a helicopter by his teeth, and he called it one of the most difficult feats and said, quote, I had neck problems for months afterwards. I would think you would have teeth problems too.
That's hilarious. The understatement of the world, right?
Right.
Yeah, hanging by your teeth from a helicopter. Hey,
right.
Well, remember this in the year 2018. What started as a fun after-practice excursion nearly ended in tragedy when a youth soccer team in Thailand was trapped in a cave system after a monsoon hit, flooding the underground cave's entrances. The coach and his 12 players, ages 11 to 16, became trapped underground for more than 2 weeks. And the team survived by drinking fresh water that dripped from a cave stalactite. All of the members of the team were eventually rescued by Navy SEAL divers in a daring mission where divers led each player underwater through a dark cave network. One diver did lose their life, and there's a wonderful documentary on Disney Plus called The Rescue. It's widely regarded as one of the best documentaries of the decade. And there was a movie, too, that was directed by Ronnie Howard. It's called 13 Lives. And this story is an incredible example of just faith and bravery on the players and the coaches and the people who rescued them. It's an incredible story.
Also today, National Detroit Style Pizza Day. Detroit Style Pizza, if you don't know, it's like, how would you describe it? The thicker pizza?
It is.
It's so good.
Is there something about, is the sauce on the outside of it? Is it? Well, of course, I can't define Detroit-style pizza exactly, but I know someone who can, our podcast partner and very good friend, Michael LaMarca of Master Pizza. So it's National Detroit-style Pizza Day.
It's one of our favorite holidays. Hi, Len. Hi, Sarah. How you guys doing?
Good. All right, so help us out. What is Detroit-style pizza?
So Detroit-style pizza, it's a pizza that's baked in a 9 by 13 pan. It's rectangle, and it's proofed about 7-8 hours, and then we par bake it, and it's almost like deep fried in oil, so it gives us a really crispy outside and a real soft inside. And we load the cheese around the edges, and we bake it again, and it gives that crispy, cheesy, crunchy crown, we call it. And then load it with cheese and toppings, and then the sauce goes on top, which is very unique. So the sauce goes on top, and it's one of our most popular pizzas. We've been selling them for about 7-8 years now at Master Pizza.
I don't think I've ever heard someone describe a pizza like that. That was amazing.
It's so when I first saw that pizza, I'm like, what is that? I need to make that. And it's a very unique looking pizza, like I said, because it has a crispy crown around the edges, and once you have it, it's a lot of times it's their favorite pizza, and they get that nonstop.
But I also want to say, like, for all my gluten-free friends, Master Pizza has a gluten-free Detroit-style pizza, which is like unheard of, and it's so good. Because I know most gluten-free people like me, you don't get a lot of that kind of stuff places. Right. But Master Pizzas is great. Their bread. See, I'm hungry right now, so every time you start talking about food and pizzas, I get hungry.
Yes, we do have a gluten-free option, Detroit-style pizza as well, for my friend Sarah and myself who cannot have gluten. So that is one of my favorite pizzas is our gluten-free Detroit-style pizza.
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we should blow up the phones and the apps of Master Pizza. You've got locations all over the area, and there are people right now who are wanting a Detroit-style pizza. So how do people connect with you guys?
They could order at masterpizza.com or call any of our stores for sure. But ordering online or on our app is obviously one of the easiest. And you know what we'll do? We'll use the code word Detroit, and you can save 20% off your pizza today.
Wait, time out. Code word Detroit. Everybody catch that. Master Pizza, any of the locations, code word Detroit. And how much are we saving?
20% when you order online and use the code Detroit.
Michael, we love you guys. If someone's having an event, a grad party, whatever the case might be, they should definitely connect with any of the Master Pizza locations. And whenever I'm out with the Do Good Mobile delivering free pizzas, you always are good for that. So thank you so much. And thanks for clearing this whole Detroit style thing up, okay?
Anytime, guys.
And I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me.
Have you ever wanted to feel more likable? This is interesting because I came across something from a philosopher from the 1700s that was giving advice for how to be likable. And as I was reading them, I was like, wow, some things never change, because the same advice someone was giving in the same 1700s had some surprisingly modern vibes to it.
I want to hear this. I'm assuming one of the things isn't wear a white powdered wig.
No, that is not it. But this is everything, with the modern twist to it. But it's interesting because one of the first things was pay attention. People like feeling heard. So for us these days, it's more about, put your phone down, make eye contact. But his name was Hume, and he believed attentiveness is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. Very good. How many times have we said that? So what's interesting though is sometimes we think like pay attention. Oh, and this is something new because we have phones and et cetera, et cetera. Well, he was saying this in the 1700s, so it must have been an issue then too. So we've always
That's
struggled with
interesting.
this. 2, I love this one. Keep things light. Not every conversation needs to solve the world's problems. I feel like we had this conversation the other day. Humor, warmth, lightheartedness.
Yes.
That is what makes people want to be around you. I don't know, some people are more, I don't know, like heady people, and you like talking about like big topics. But the majority of people, especially till you get to that granular with them, they just want to laugh and have fun and be lighthearted.
No, I like that. I really do like that. And when conversations get too serious about whatever the issue might be, I often like to remind a person when I'm ready to switch to a less serious topic, like, unless we're actually going to go all in and try to solve this problem,
right?
Don't get upset about it. Don't get too upset about it if you're not going to actually literally be involved in the solution, because things can go that way really easily.
Yeah. Or you could just say what my daughter tells me.
What's that?
It's not that deep.
Oh, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, Mom. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
The third one is let other people shine. And that makes sense. The most likable people aren't always the most interesting people in the room, right? They're often the people who make others feel interesting, or ask questions, or celebrate others, or just make you feel loved, right? We all know these people who bring out the best in others. So that was really cool. Number 4 was read the room. Know your audience. What works with close friends may not work at a work meeting or a family gathering. Social awareness matters. So this is good, I think. Read the room, because your personality or the way you would talk to others, it can vary where you're at.
It definitely can. Every once in a while, and you know this because you and I have the chance to make a lot of appearances and stuff together, and every once in a while, I'll have a joke or a humorous line, and I'll actually ask you. I said, should I use that one here? Because, you want to read the room. Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be like, I want to do that one right now.
Well,
but I could be wrong.
You're my partner.
I could be wrong, but no, that's a good balance. And number 5 was be aware of your physical presence. This one was good because it's kind of funny. So Hume basically said, don't overwhelm people. And in the article, it jokes about things like taking up too much space or honestly, even smelling like onions. Like, be aware of your physical presence. The modern version of it might be like, be considerate of the people around you. If you're what do they call, like a type A person, or sometimes people call it like an alpha male. You're very assertive, you come in the room, you're always talking. Like, sometimes you have to have some emotional intelligence.
Dial it down a little bit. Dial it down.
Emotional intelligence about that, because that can be, to some people, that is very overwhelming, and it's all about balance.
It is. It's interesting. The other day I was at Playhouse Square at an event, and I'm a really big person. I'm 6'5" and a quarter, and weigh 200 and change. And I try to be respectful of the fact that my presence just takes up a lot of space. And so the person sitting next to me, I always joke and I say, armrest is yours. Because it's a common armrest between the two chairs. Just to show respect. Like, I realize that, or the person behind me, I said, if my head's in the way, you just grab the top of my head and move it to either side.
Did you also tell him you just had onion rings?
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. But that is wonderful. I love 2 things about that. First, those are all great tips. And it's also great to know that sort of being considerate of others in order to be likable, it doesn't go out of style, right?
Right. The most likable person isn't always the loudest person in the room or the one doing the most. It's really the person that makes and adjusts to the people around them and makes them feel good.
Yeah. Pump up. Gas prices can't bring me down. Pump up. Free gas got me dancing now. Tank low, still got positivity. Let it zero, bringing good energy.
Well, it's time again for our gas card giveaway. Len, who was our winner yesterday?
All right, our winner from yesterday comes from the home of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, the University of Dayton, and the Flyers. Want to say congratulations to Maddie Hendricks. She had the keyword, wins that $20 gas card.
Congratulations, you win free gas.
All right, Maddie, congratulations. Now it's time for another keyword and a chance for you to win. Summer break here, and you know what kids like to do over summer break? I still can't believe how long they do it. Kids like to sleep. They like to sleep in 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I guess I can't blame them. Keyword is sleep.
All right, that keyword is sleep. Just head to startyourdaypositive.com and enter it in the entry form. Again, startyourdaypositive.com.
Len and Sarah bringing good energy. It's gonna be a sweet, sweet, sweet summer.
You know, I was talking to my daughter the other day. We just got back from a week in Virginia. She was debating there for a week, and it was great. Driving home, she's like, Mom, it's officially summer now. And I'm like, you're right for you personally, but it's also officially summer because this past weekend, the official day of summer started. But for us, it feels like, okay, now we can enjoy summer now. We've got all the school and activities.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's true.
So we're ready to start checking things off the bucket list for us and things we want to do as a family this summer too.
You know what? We just want to recommend for you, our podcast partner, just go to Sweetie's Golf Land, do miniature golf on their beautiful miniature golf courses. Go inside Sweetie's Soda Shop and have an old-fashioned soda and ice cream experience, and then walk right through the door to Sweetie's Candies, North America's largest candy store. You know how much fun that would be for a day for you, your friends, your family, whoever's going together. A date. So we've got something for you that makes it extra special. If you go to our website right now and watch a video, Sarah and I, we played a little mini golf and did a little tour. Watch our video. On one of the holes, Sarah magically gets a hole-in-one.
Woohoo! Magically? I don't have skills.
Well, you have skillful magic. And so look what hole she hits the hole-in-one on. Go to our website and plug it in the entry form and listen to this prize you could win. You could win 4 miniature golf passes, 4 treats for the people that are golfing with you at Sweetie's Soda Shop, and a $25 gift card to Sweetie's Candies. That is pretty phenomenal.
Oh my goodness.
Put it on.
Sign me up.
Where's Sweetie's, you're saying? Just go down 480 if you know where Ridge Road is. Look for the giant lollipop in the skyline and just exit Ridge Road and just follow till you get to the giant lollipop, and it's right there.
Well, thank you so much for listening today. We'll be right back here tomorrow with a brand new episode. But before you go on to what you're doing, head to startyourdaypositive.com, our website. Use the keyword sleep, and you could enter our gas gift card giveaway. We have another $20 gift card today to give away. Go to our website, startyourdaypositive.com. Keyword is sleep and enter.
Oh, and of course, Michael LaMarca from Master Pizza joined us. It was spontaneous. We wanted his definition of Detroit-style pizza because today is National Detroit-style Pizza Day. And, you know, we didn't plan it out. Michael just decided off the cuff. I'm going to give 20% discount to anybody who orders Detroit-style pizza online and uses the passcode Detroit. And so that was a fun, spontaneous moment. So let's make our blessing or prayer about being spontaneous and asking God to give us what it takes to be a little more spontaneous. Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of the day and the moments we could never have planned. Help us not to cling so tightly to the schedule that we miss a surprise or an opportunity or a blessing that you place right along our path. Teach us to embrace the joy of spontaneity, to laugh more, to say yes to simple adventures, to be present with people around us, and to trust you even when life takes an unexpected turn. Guide our steps, help us find joy in the beautiful interruptions that you provide. In Jesus' name, amen.